Welcome, beautiful water signs. I'm Felicity from Enchanted by Soul. This is your April reading. This can be for your sun, moon, rising, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, to work with me, you can click the description box below if you're on YouTube, or head to my link in my bio on Instagram. If you're interested in learning on how to channel, open, and activate your intuitive and psychic abilities, I offer one-to-one mentorship. You're welcome to send me a DM on Instagram for more information, but I also have a highlight on my Instagram page called Mentorship that has all my information there as well. Okay, beautiful souls. Let's get stuck into it for April. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. Some of you are ignoring your shadow. Some of you are ignoring what's in your subconscious that is screaming at you, like literally like, hello, pay attention to me. Okay, for some of you, you're hearing it, you're seeing it, but you're like, I don't want to deal with it, so you're suppressing it. No. Do not suppress the shadow. Do not suppress what's coming up that's within your subconscious. It's being presented to you, being shown to you, so that you can work through it to release it, so that you can literally release it. Sometimes this requires a little extra help, okay, from a healer or a mindset coach or therapy in whatever form of way. And other times we can seriously just do this ourselves so freaking easily. Sometimes it does take a bit of practice with shadow work and things like that. But what I'm getting here is this energy of there's something below the surface that's trying to like let itself be known to you, and you need to pay attention because it's something that is kind of holding you back. Okay, hang on. Thank you. Holding you back from reaching your next potential. Okay, your next potential. So what you're seeing for yourself, what you're wanting for yourself, or even if you don't know what that is, it's there. And it's like stopping you from reaching that because it's keeping you here. It's keeping you in your comfort zone. It's keeping you making the wrong choices and decisions. Not that they're like wrong, but they're just not in your highest good, or they're not what's going to get you to here. Could even just be like your self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, like 1,000 things, right? So it's coming up to be acknowledged. Don't judge it. Definitely don't suppress it, but don't judge it, don't shame it, don't judge yourself, don't shame yourself. It's almost like nourishing the shadow and then just letting it it's like nourishing it so it can really come up, give it some love, which also means giving yourself. It's like, which basically means giving yourself love because it's a part of you that you need to give love and nurture and then release it, okay? It's like nurturing your inner child. When our inner child comes out to play and it wants to like make all our choices and decisions, it's not good, right? It's not good. So we need to speak to our inner child, love our inner child, but access our inner adult. We're the ones that make the choices. We're the ones that makes the decisions, not our inner child. We need to be mindful what's in the subconscious. Listening to your like intuition through this as well, it's really coming up. It's almost, I feel like for some of you, it's like a silent whisper. Okay, it's like, hey, over here, pay attention, or that triggered you. And you're like, whatever, I don't know why that triggered me. Or I wasn't even triggered by that, right? But it's like, it's gonna keep presenting itself to you until you acknowledge it. Okay, until you acknowledge it. Knowing too that there's like a balance with the polarity, okay, the duality, the yin, the yang, okay, there's a balance here. So I could go into like talking on this for like an hour, right? So I'm not going to go there, but just know that there is shadows that your subconscious is wanting to talk to you, and you need to acknowledge it and you need to work through. Okay. All right. Get a card here. Listening to your intuition as well over your fears. Okay, what is fear? What is ego? And then what is intuition? What is soul? Okay, water signs, please. It's the month of April. We have rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. Rising above the shadow. Rising above the fear. rising above the self-sabotage, getting self-disciplined, right? I get asked this a lot. It's like, okay, well, I'm like letting these fears get in the way and like I don't know how to like get past them. And I'm like, push through. Like literally. Yes, because we can like see someone, have someone help us, okay, for sure. But at some point it's like we just got to push through. The fear, you have to accept and acknowledge that fear is always going to be there. It's part of the human experience. Sometimes it's there to keep us like in our comfort zone, in our safety, right? That keeps us there. Of course, it has its purpose for other things, but you know, within our bubble. And so when we reach an upper limit, the fear comes in, it's always going to be there. And then we break through that and then we're experiencing something new. And then we reach another upper limit. And then what happens? The fear comes back. So you need to acknowledge and accept that the fear is always going to be there. Not the same fears. We can totally get rid of some fears and not have that fear again. But there's always going to be the energy of fear, the energy of worry, the energy of concern, the energy of the thoughts that come in that try and prevent us from breaking through into the next part and try and keep us in our comfort zone. So by acknowledging that that exists and it's always going to exist, and all you got to do, which I know is so much easier said than done, but all you need to do is push through. Keep going anyway. Yep, these are the fears. Yep, this is what I think. Yep, this is what's coming up for me. But I'm going to push through anyway. Just going to push through anyway. That's the energy there. All right. But clarity as well, guys. If you're looking for clarity, it's that, again, listen to your intuition and clear out the shadow. By clearing out this shadow, you're going to receive a lot of clarity. For some of you, you might be like, well, what's my shadow? Yeah, I feel like something's there. One thing I'll say is don't go digging for something that's not coming up for you. That's not going to be beneficial. It's not going to help you. Get curious about what is showing itself. What is presenting itself. Don't go digging for something that's not presenting itself. Also coming up with some sort of solution as well, okay? Some of you are looking for that. Breaking free from like a shadow that's been like pulling you back, holding you back, like breaking that cycle, okay, as well. Okay. Water signs, please. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords, right? There's that clarity. There's that breaking free. There's that solution. There's the freedom. Like, that's like a full-on Aquarius energy here. Okay, it's also Gemini, but like I just get here right now, the energy coming off this card is like Aquarius, like freedom, right? I get to be who I want to be. I get to be this. I get to be that. Like, I am so in my truth. And that's beautiful. Some of you were already there, and others it's like you're shedding the shadows of the old belief systems, the old of this is what people told me I had to be, the old skin, like shedding the old skin and then being reborn into this beautiful, authentic version that's always been you. You're discovering more of it, okay? And it's not to say like, oh, you're being fake. There's nothing like that. It's just that you're discovering more of who you truly are and not of who you told you had to be or who you thought you had to be. So the King of Swords also like speaks his truth. He's like cutthroat as anything. So if you're having communications, be mindful, okay, as well. Some of you could see that shadow coming up in the form of communication with somebody. So just, you know, pay attention to that, okay? The King of Swords cuts out the bullshit, cuts out his own bullshit, cuts out the bullshit of other people, says, I'm done with this and I'm not gonna not even gonna like give any more energy to that anymore. The Nine of Pentacles here, this is like picking the fruits of your labor. This is your hard work paying off. This is your well-deserved reward. So if you're in that period of you're like, well, I've been nourishing those shadows. I've been like working with them, not against them. I've been releasing them. I've been acknowledging, getting curious, healing and releasing them. I've been doing so much work, okay? If that's you right now, then it's like justice is being served, okay? Justice is being served. You will reap the rewards. You will reap the rewards. So, two, I'm hearing for some, this is like the freedom and stepping into your independence. This could be the freedom of a relationship that was really holding you back, or just the freedom of feeling like you had to be something you weren't, and now you're free in who you are and like in your own independence, so in your own sovereignty, okay? You have the Three of Wands, okay? can be, okay, the energy coming through from this is like patience, okay? Your ships are coming in. What you want and what you want to pick, the fruits of your labor, okay, it's coming in. There is a little bit of energy here of patience, but then also on the flip side of this is the energy of like, stop waiting around and go and get it. Like, stop being like, I'm just gonna wait till this comes in, or like, I'm not gonna do that until this is perfect, or until this is done. Okay, hello Virgo energy, right? Or until this is done. So what's important here? It's funny because I said Virgo energy and then I was like, hang on, I'm doing a water sign reading, but there might be like a Virgo sun, moon, or rising here, okay, watching this. But it's just, well, regardless, it's the energy, like let go of perfectionism and know that you can go for it without having everything sorted out, without having the full picture, okay? If you want something, go for it. If you want something, push past the fears. She could be like, what if there's like a shark in there? Or what if I like realize I can't swim? What if I get a strong current, a rip, or whatever it is? It's like, here's your board, okay? But you've got to hop on it and you've got to paddle. And you've got to also do the work, the universe says. We give you the board, but you've also got to push through and do the work. And pushing through is, they're like, we'll create the opportunity for you to pick. We'll create the abundance, okay? But we're co-creating it, but like, we'll organize that. But you need to push through the fears. You need to push through the shadows. You need to acknowledge what's coming up for you and stop suppressing it. And for others too, a bit more patience is needed for your ships to come in. And then also, like I said before, if you feel like I've already been doing this and I'm waiting to be able to reap the rewards, it's coming, okay? It's coming. This is really kind of depending on where you're at. What choices and decisions are you making? Are you making them for your highest good? Are you making them for where you're wanting to go? Or are you making them from a inner child space, a wounded space, a space that's keeping you small, okay? Are you making it from fear, or are you making it from soul? Are you making it from fear, or are you making it from intuition? Okay. Asking yourself these questions, getting curious, and having no shame if you realize that you have been making decisions and choices out of fear. Have no shame in that, okay? Just acknowledge it and have the self-awareness, because self-awareness is key. That's what allows you to push through and move through. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, giving yourself lots of self-love, filling up your own cup first. For some of you, there's definitely a big shadow around like romantic connections and self-abandonment, and you need to really have a look at that, okay? Rising above that, becoming free of that pattern, free of that cycle, so you can come into alignment with someone that's a very healthy love, where there's two independent people that come together and can be in connection but still stay their own selves, okay, as well. But here too, this is like connecting to the emotions, connecting to the intuition, connecting in here, giving yourself a lot of love, nourishing the shadow, pouring love onto the shadow so you can bring it to the light, so then it can be released. Don't integrate it, transmute it, is what I just heard. Don't integrate it, transmute it. Okay, anyway. Okay. I'm gonna grab one here. One more please here for water signs. It's too many. One more here please for water signs. This one. 9 time. You are what you think. Okay, so being mindful of what you're telling yourself. Again, what's coming up for you? What are you thinking? Where is your mind going every day? Where is your mind going when you think about doing something that's going to push you out of your comfort zone? Where is your mind going when you think about like leaving a toxic situation, a toxic relationship? Is it going towards, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to find a healthy love, I'm never going to find somebody? Okay, where's it going to? If this is business and you're wanting to launch something, whether it's an actual business or a project or an idea or a launch or whatever, it's like, where's your mind going? Is it going towards like something catastrophic, or like, I'm going to fail, I'm not good enough, no one's going to buy this, no one's like, I'm going to be judged? Like, where's our mind going? Get really curious. So because that's the shadow. That's the shadow going, hello, I want to be acknowledged, so that we can work together, and then we can release me, and then you can push through and we can get to our next potential. That sounds really condescending, I know, but that's like how it's, I mean, it comes through condescending, it's just how it's coming through, but you are what you think, okay? But this isn't about toxic positivity. You guys know that. I'm running out of time. I send you guys so much love, beautiful water signs. I will see you next month.